Safety first. As per the last census, the Indian workforce is over 400 million strong. By 2024, that number could very well cross 600 million, a 39.1% of the total Indian population. Over 42% work in heavy industries, use heavy machines, cope industrial hazards. A 17% of India's GDP comes from manufacturing industries. Safety is the first aid of the uninjured. Safety tops all the priorities in industrial sector. Worldwide, we have 340 million occupational accidents and 160 million victims of work-related illnesses annually. 6,000 die every day. Safety is a challenge. Be it any industry, organization, or an employee, everyone needs to be safe. Humans do, machines do. Industrial safety parameters are getting complex with each passing day. Elimination of industrial hazards is a dire necessity. Prevention of work-related injury is a prerequisite. Ask Abhinav Dar, a manager from one of the Fortune 100 companies, who lost his employee to a fatal industrial accident. His workers lost morale. His company lost productivity by 20%. Questions stare right into our eyes. How to be safe? What is the solution? Who can keep us safe? Well, maybe God can, but we try too. We provide solutions. We help keep the industry safe and give you round-the-clock visibility of your assets. Maybe God can, but we try too. We provide solutions. We help keep the industry safe and give you round-the-clock visibility of your assets. We are the Hacklab Solutions. We follow a 360-degree approach, considering all the three dimensions of safety implementation: management, machines, and workers. With advancement of AI, next-gen automation is all about machines and humans coexisting, each taking care of the other. Our aim, hence, is safety for productivity. We use IoT hardware integration with sharp AI edge processing, real-time environment monitoring, data insights, and worker safety profiling. We estimate risk, employ professionals, analyze scenarios, and provide solutions. Our systems can predict failures, warn you, and take action. Our suite of tracker products cater to major Fortune 500 companies and several industrial sectors ranging from FMCG, logistics, mining to metals, and manufacturing. Our safety product verticals include collision avoidance system, pedestrian alert system, AI-based compliance monitoring, safety interlocks, and smart traffic management system. Our security product verticals include tracker tags, smart tracker cam, tracker PA system. We have been recognized as the best Indian startup in the automation domain by Technovation Awards conducted by India Electronics and Semiconductor Association, IESA. We won the award for the Best Company and Innovation Showcase category by SIC IT Kanpur. We have gained trust of clients like Unilever, ITC, Pindalco Industries, and top Fortune 500 companies availing our products and services.
Good evening and welcome to the latest episode of Hacklab Podcast, where we explore the cutting-edge strategies and insights driving safety excellence across industries. In this episode, we are joined by a guest whose 3-decade-long career in the industrial roles reflect an unwavering commitment to ensuring safer workplaces. From engineering and operations to leading the charge as Chief of Safety, Mr. Saroj Kumar Banerjee has dedicated his life to making safety a core value, not just a compliance metric. Whether you are a leader, a manager, or an individual contributor, there's something valuable here for everyone passionate about workplace safety. So let's get started. Thank you, Saroj sir, for giving your time today with us.
Thank you.
Sir, before we start our conversation, I request you to please introduce yourself for our audience.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. I started my career in 93. I graduated electrical engineering, and then I started around 5 years in Aditya Birla Group. Then 99, I joined Tata Steel, and then still now I'm continuing in Tata Steel. In Tata Steels also I have different function as you rightly told, like engineering, operation, mining, safety, environment, sustainability. A lot span of careers in Tata Steel. So overall, I think I feel really blessed with Tata Steel so that I can have a lot of good careers in Tata Steel.
Sir, I would like to start like your career spans over 3 decades in various roles like industrial roles, showcasing a deep commitment to safety. What drives your passion for creating workplaces which are safe?
Actually, if you start from the 2007, the safety, I started liking that subject. And you know why? Because when Tata Steel took a journey that we have to be zero harm for our employee, whoever comes to our plant, they should go safely. And we used to say that ghar se ghar tak means somebody will come to our house, our plant, they should be back safely. When we started this journey in 2007, then I was in engineering. And engineering, a lot of especially contractor, vendor partner workers, they used to work. And also a lot of our employees, we did have a lot of ideas on that time. And we started taking, DuPont is one company, is a chemical company. They were very good on that time safety, and we collaborated with them. And I can tell you one instance when I started liking this subject. When they started in our one of our guest house as a guest to tell us that what safety is all about, they were in our guest house, which we call is a very ultra modern, lot of facilities in the guest house. But when they came, they've given huge number of safety observation. Then I started thinking the guest house, which I used to tell is a very good guest house, how so many observation came.
Right.
This call about safety eye. Then I think that it's a journey actually, and that's why I started liking that subject. You can see that on 2007, this fascinates me, and I have done a lot of things. And to me, why I passionate on this subject because at the end when I'm working in engineering and operation everything, but when I work for safety, I work for something like saving lives of people, and it gives a lot of satisfaction to myself because what happens, we are doing a lot of things like a lot of projects, etc., operation, productions, everything. But when I do something contribution in lives of people, and when I think this is a very big subject, which a lot of people do not understand much, and there is a society contribution I can do, then I do a lot of passions. So that's why I started safety as a subject. And now this what positions I am chief of safety. This is because of that only, because my drives, etc. Company has understood it, and that's why I am the chief of safety. And I'm taking care of the entire raw materials division of Tata Steel, which is actually a very hazardous area. Mining, etc. is a lot of are there, and there I am working. So that's why understanding and passionates me on these subjects.
Great, sir. How did you develop your expertise in safety leadership, and what experiences shaped your approach to building a culture of safety?
When we started this a commitment, our MD, Mr. TV Narendran, I must compliment and congratulate him because he is the guy who started this journey in Tata Steel. And he told very clearly that safety is not a metric, it's a value. And in Tata Steel, we have a lot of value propositions. And we started taking that zero harm should be our objective. It's very difficult to have a zero harm means somebody should not have even a first aid case also. So that's our objective. And from that, actually, we started understanding the chemical company DuPont, what their practices are. And then we started benchmarking. All of our leadership team, including me, was the first batch where we have given the training program, 5 days complete safety leadership development program, and understand that how to really do the safety deployment in the sites. You can tell me the journey started with taking benchmarking with DuPont, and they are very good in the chemical company. When MD is taking a KRA, that is my KRA that I should achieve zero harm. So that's why it started the journey. Entire leadership team fall in that. So you can tell me that understanding, etc., come from the taking help of the DuPont consultants.
Right. Sir, you mentioned about DuPont consultancy. What was your experience working with?
Safety is all about, there are two parts. Safety has a lot of what we have to do, people, process, and equipment. Equipment, normally any equipment comes which has a safety features. So a lot of protections are there in the equipment. Processes also comes with a lot of safety. And when I tell about the human being, that's actually is unpredictable because people they can do mistakes. That's why we learn that we should do such an engineering control. So that even if people do mistakes, it will not harm him or her. Like I can give an example. You must have one 20-volt socket in nearby with you, and there is a top. And you just see that how this has been designed. If you try also, you can't put it in a wrong way. You have to put that three top pin in the three correct holes. So that's a mistake proof or Pokayoke design we told. So that's why we started understanding that engineering control is the very important to do that, reduce the hazards in the workplace. In a system, I give a simple example. You can't, whatever I do mistakes, I can't put the top in a wrong way. So that starts with the engineering control. And obviously, ideally, you should have an 100% elimination engineering control systems. But sometimes it could not happen. So that's why we have to also understand that engineering control and also that risk understanding of the hazards and risks of the people. That's we call normally behavior safety. That is important. So when we started that journey with DuPont, they told us that how to even do a safety observation. Normally, let us give an example. If I tell you, normally you feel that but DuPont started with a 6-step process, which is something different, something with a positive. When I go for a safety line work, I will see now first lot of positive things on the employees to whom I am doing safety observation. Then if I found some of the opportunity for improvement, I politely tell that person that yes, you are doing a lot of good things, but please try to do this opportunity also in the next time. And we take a commitment from him that from next time onwards, he will follow that practices. So that's why it starts with the engineering control and then starts behavioral safety. Well, we'll have a lot of engagement with the people.
Yes, sir. So it's very constructive conversation.
Yeah.
And also, sir, I think you were talking about design by safety, right? That kind of conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Sir, in your opinion, what are key pillars of improving safety within an organization, especially in high-risk industries?
What I understand from the thing, you have to be different pillars like what we think. We have a safety organization in place. First, you have to make a safety organization, starting from what we call, let us suppose there's an apex body where the senior leadership team. Then we tell the division-wise implementation committee. Then we call area-wise implementation committee. The first is the safety governance structure. That is very important. And then if we have your governance structure is in place, then we have a different area. When I'm in steel industry or in a mining industry and a construction industry, because when you talk about Tata Steel, we have a lot of constructions, we have a mining, we have a steel also, manufacturing also. So that's why important part is that what are the areas where, like I can give example.
Yes.
We work apart from these organizations governance, we have a different committees like Railroad Safety Committee, who works on understanding railroad safety. There is a committee who works on process safety because process safety is very important for any manufacturing industry. When you talked about we have a lot of vendor partners who works, and then we started the contractor safety management. That's another pillar. We have a something like I told you that occupational health, another pillar. Another is the digital, how to convert digital and IT. That's another committee. So by this way, we have a number of committees who are working, Apex committee who are working, who actually work as a subject matter experts. Like I can tell you, I am an electrical engineer. So I understand electrical safety more than my counterpart or maybe my colleagues. So I'm in the electrical safety committee. Similarly, there is a person who is expert in process, he will be in the process safety committee. So what you know that High-risk organizations would have a different safety governance with a subject matter expert wise different committee, as I told you, something like railroad, process, occupational health, which is normally doctors and our administration staff, they are also the member. And these are the way you have to make your organization in a good safety processes, and especially in high risk organization.
Understood, sir. So, you have been associated with the safety practices in these high risk areas. Can you or would you like to share any accidents which you came across during your tenure, which you like to share?
I can tell you that before we started the DuPont journey, that's why I'm telling that people, if you see, I can give a, just let's say the road accident. Me and you are doing a podcast,
Yes.
and within 1 hour, India is losing 18 peoples per hour, around 400 per day, and around 150,000 fatalities in the road accidents each and every year. I'm giving India an example. We talk about COVID. No, what was the reported death in COVID? 5,70,000.
Yeah.
And in the safety road accidents, each and every year losing 1.5 lakhs around people. Somebody is losing his father, somebody is losing his parents, or somebody is losing his brother, sisters. So that's the way you have to understand that road safety itself is to me, it's much beyond than COVID. COVID, there's a three phase, started in 2019 and 2022, around 3 years. We lose reported figure is 5 lakhs 40,000. And India, we are losing 1.5 in each and every road side. That means it's actually a better than, much worse than COVID, I can tell you. But people do not understand the way. Everybody thinks that in road accident happened with him, it will not happen with me. All of us think when I'm driving, and I can tell you, there are areas where I can give an example like traffic itself. In Kolkata, if you go, you can't even think of that people are without helmets. Nobody is driving. But you see the cities, there are so many cities where people are randomly going using without helmets. So my thing to me that a lot of accidents are happening. I cannot give any example of this thing, but in my case, I can tell you that 2007 March in the Holi, I lost one of my colleagues, I think 9th March. And on that day, I understood that how much pain we had. It's a huge painful things. Then it is better, then we thought that it is better that let's spend more time safety rather than losing somebody. It's a engineering things. We can 100% ensure to say zero harm is, it's not like a dream. It can be, it is possible. It is possible to happen.
Right.
And why I'm telling it is possible to happen, if you are CEO of an organization, it will be difficult for you. But if I a sectional head, I have a 50-member team, I have a 40-member team. Like I can tell you, I'm in a family, I have 5 members. I talk a lot about in the house safety. And as a parent, I have to ensure that everybody in my family is safe.
Yes.
Similarly, all of us started thinking that understand safety or not. And same way, in a sectional head, even I'm telling you, when you are a CEO of organization, for you, it looks like, how do I think that everybody will be safe? But in a small sectional manager, he's a senior manager or manager, he has only 50, 60 people. He can take them as a family member. He can do lot of practices, lot of understanding, lot of capability development. So that's why it is possible. So you can tell me that there are so many incidents. It is not only industry, it is a different personal level also. And I can see in my career of 30 years now, and I have seen one of my senior colleague, he sent his son for a medical college, and one day bad news came. He was going for a highway for a party with friends. He was not using helmet, and bad news came. I have seen that literally the parents got mad. So that's why it is important.
Right.
That's why it's important.
So, many organizations struggle with the shifting perception of safety from being a compliance requirement to a shared responsibility. So, what strategies have you found effective?
As I told you that safety cannot be a metric, no? It should be a value. When I talk about value, then I don't only if I only compliance oriented, it's okay. I can tell you that even if we comply all the standard, like when I talk about mining, there is a director general mine safety. When there is a factory standards, if we follow the standards, right and spirits, Absolutely, it's good. But when you talk about safety, I should not be only thinking compliance. Can I do beyond compliance? Give an example. Even environment also say the same things. When there is a compliance is 50 milligram per normal meter cube, companies are trying to go even 10 milligram. And what about why it's not important that because if I go only comply, then my thinking process will be not big enough. I have to think that how can I do more and more innovative way of, like I was giving an example like engineering control and lot of how can you even eliminate. There are three things: elimination, engineering, administration, and last level is the personal protective equipment in safety hierarchy. We should try to see that which are the things in our plants or even in our townships, wherever we are, things can be eliminated. I can give you another example. Like when I was there, there was a lot of overhead electrical line in my township when I was started my career in one of the mines. And within 3 years, entire overhead line I have changed to a underground cabling. So then means it was a hazard, and I've eliminated the complete hazards. It has now been underground. So that's where how should be our approach would be. So that elimination is the best option. If you can't eliminate, then you try to do a lot of engineering. Even if you are not able to do engineering, let's put a lot of administration. Like here, give an example of Kolkata, where traffic polices are very strict, and there are lot of things, lot of fine, penalty, etc. been done. In our company also, we have some 10 life-saving rule, and if I violate the life-saving rule, I will be penalized. Similarly, it's not like only penalize; it should be both stick and carrot also, because a lot of things we are doing a huge safety, health, excellence recognition program also. And there are people, even I can tell you, in the company, there are employees who are getting recognized and entire, if a particular department makes a completely zero LTI for 3, 4 years and they are coming in the Green Cross trophy, they're getting highly rewarded. And all employees of that particular company, departments gets highly recognized, like even monetary terms also. So that's why it is important to both your recognition and also in the area like you have a life-saving rule and penalty consequences.
So like you mentioned about engineering solutions and with the onset of AI and IoT based solutions, how do you see technology helping to enhance safety practices?
It's a very good example with us, me only, because you know that we have around a huge number of mines in Jharkhand and Odisha, and I'm operating from Jamshedpur. Now I can see all mines from a integrated remote monitoring and supervision center. I can see everything is here. All people, it is completely camera surveillance. And if somebody is doing any unsafe act, immediately somebody give a call to him that yes, Mr. So and so, you are doing unsafe thing. Please take care of that. So that's why this has helped me. Otherwise, it's difficult for me as a chief safety raw material division. It's very difficult for me to each and every day see all the mines. But when I see my in the control room, I can see and there's a 24/7 man, and I get an automatic alert system. Today is Sunday. In the evening, I will get through our NSAFE system that which are the areas I have to take importance, which are the most important area. So in the evening, I will get so that all people are doing safety observations. All of us are doing safety observation. Everybody is doing. We called around a number of observations coming. Then through that NSAFE system, through using AI and others, is all the systems, we are getting a complete dashboards. And at the end, in the evening, I will get what are the last week, who are the areas which is really a blind spot for me, where I have to work. So that's why this AI and etc. is helping. And today I'm telling you, it's really helping us, because otherwise, when also there is a very good thing that employees also know that there is a camera which is monitoring me. Somebody in the Godfather is there in Jamshedpur who is also monitoring me, like our Vice President RM. He's also operating. He also goes to even our senior leadership team. They also see the cameras. And that's why it's important that when people know that somebody is observing, you will be more careful, and you'll try to follow the procedure as early as possible. Because following SOP is important, but sometimes because of shortage of time or because of there is some urgency came, we try to bypass the systems. When you started bypassing the system, things started deteriorating from there. That's why we have seen there are 10 life-saving rules, which is very critical for that. We have a complete SOPs, and we do also job cycle check whether people are following these SOPs or not. And that's why I'm telling finally there is a supervision from Jamshedpur where people know when the mine is in Jharkhand, but still from Jamshedpur people are observing all areas, all corners of the minings and plants. It is really
Yes,
helping us.
that's great. Technology is really
Yeah.
helping. Yeah. Sir, as we come close to ending today's podcast, I would like to ask your parting remarks. How do you see the safety in the future? What are your thoughts?
Future, I can only tell that as we are coming in the end, that safety is a leadership issue. No, we have to understand that when I am talking something I am a leader of a company. Let us suppose I am the chief of engineering, and when I am taking, people follow me. If I do some mistakes, I tell always in the training center also. Let us suppose if I give a lectures on safety and if I go outside and not using seat belts, people tell me, the sir actually tells safety, but he doesn't follow. So that's why safety is a leadership issue and doesn't mean leader means only vice president or MD, vice president, chief or head. It's up to supervisors. With the people, they are called protected people. They are actually there are supervisors who are really paid for to being the proper safety. So as a leader, I have to see that if I follow, then because for workmen they will definitely follow safety. Why they will not follow the safety? Because they understand if they got harm, they will be the only sufferer. So that's why, to me, my understanding, this take a lot of time to understand that why people tell, even DuPont is to say safety is a leadership issue. Let us suppose I am not using handrail. Say we could learn handling the handrail in a lot of time because we didn't practice them. They told if you don't start using handrail, then how will you show that others that handrail is important? If when I am using my handrail, that means I am using three contact. My slip trip fall chances will be minimized. So then I've seen, I can tell you another story also because then one of the DuPont consultant, he was in he was doing some exercise in the gym. Suddenly people saw that he started rubbing the sweats what has been done during that gym period. Then people start, why you are doing that? He told that I am cleaning my sweats because I do not want somebody else should be harmed by because of my sweats. So that's important. That's a care for the people. That's why safety is important. And to me, it starts with me.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for your time today. From engineering controls to fostering a culture of trust and accountability, Mr. Saroj has shown us the critical role each individual plays in achieving the vision of zero harm. His insights remind us that safety is not merely about compliance, but about genuine care for the well being of people and the planet. Thank you for tuning in to the Safety Leadership series. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with your network, and join us next time for more impactful discussions. Until then, stay safe and bye bye.
Thank you.